And welcome back, guys. It's your girl SJ, and I'm here with my friend.
Jeff.
And together we are the Popcorn Patrol podcast. Today we have a holiday movie for you. It is a classic, it's been around for a while. Stick around as we review National Lampoon's Christmas Vacation.
Sleigh bells ring, are you listening? In the lane, snow is glistening, a beautiful sight.
Welcome back, guys. And like I mentioned before, we are doing National Lampoon's Christmas Vacation. I just wanted to check in with you. How is your holiday shopping going, Jeff?
My shopping hasn't started yet, really. I
Oh,
mean, you get a couple things throughout the year.
okay.
Um,
Okay.
but our tree is up.
What?
Yeah, we
You
spent some time decorating, get the tree
okay.
up. You
Okay.
notice some stuff here in the
Oh,
background.
yes. Yeah. I see you
That's
getting
going to my
festive in the back.
office to
Oh,
decorate the office this week. Kind of
nice.
excited for that, but
Okay, that's cool. I did the lights because I was like, when it's cold out and snowing and blizzarding, I am not going out there to do lights.
yeah,
So I did all the lights. All the lights are out pretty much. Um, I haven't got our Christmas tree up yet, but it's in the works. My husband was supposed to bring it up from downstairs because it's like a 9-footer. So I don't tend to bring that up. I make him do it.
9 feet,
Anyways,
eh?
yeah,
I think
yeah,
our tree is like 4.5 feet. We have the little short tree because our I obviously I'm doing this in my basement
right, right, right.
and the ceiling isn't very tall. It's not like an 8 foot ceiling, so we just have like a
Yeah.
short guy in here. But it's good because the homemade decorations that the kids make, they don't fit on the tree, so it's only the
Oh,
regular. Yeah. Oh darn. We pull them aside. Oh, we're not throwing these out.
so
Just
bad.
if we got room, we'll put these on. But anyways,
I've heard of people having like a separate tree, like a smaller tree for the kids' ornaments and
oh,
their stuff to go on.
all right.
And then they'll have like their big tree um wherever with all their special ornaments on.
Okay.
So I kind of tend to do so I have a big tree upstairs that I like, you know, decorate with the matching this and matching that. But then down here we put all our like Marvel and Disney ornaments on it, and then they go wild with the tinsel and do whatever they want to do, and their homemade ornaments too. So we kind of do that as well. I kind of copied whatever my friend told me
Oh, okay.
that she does,
Yeah.
because I was like, oh, that makes sense. That makes total sense. But yeah, should we go on with this holiday movie?
Absolutely. So
Okay, give us some facts.
it's directed by Jeremiah S. Chechik, and it's written by John Hughes. It stars Chevy Chase, Beverly D'Angelo, and Juliette Lewis. So the budget for this movie was $15 million, and the box office was 71 million. So pretty good haul at the
Oh,
box office.
wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
So why don't you hit us up
I
with your first popcorn paradise?
What's that?
Why don't you hit us up with your first popcorn paradise?
Well, first I'm going to give you guys a synopsis
Oh,
because
sure. Go ahead.
in case you don't know, I mean it's been around the block, this movie, but in case you don't know, as the holidays approach, Clark Griswold, who is played by Chevy Chase, wants to have the perfect family Christmas. So he pesters his wife, Ellen, who's played by Beverly D'Angelo, and children as he tries to make sure everything is in line, including the tree, house decorations. However, things go totally off track very quickly when his cousin Eddie shows up, played by Randy Quaid, and his family show up unplanned and start living in their camper on the Griswold property. Even worse is that the Clark's employer um, reneges on his holiday bonus that Clark needs. Yeah, let's get into the popcorn paradise of this movie. Listen, this movie, I watch this movie every other year,
Yep.
I would say. I watch this movie every other year. I really love this movie just I think one of the reasons I love it so much is because the first time I ever saw it is when my husband and I first started dating. Like, because
Mhm.
I wouldn't have watched this movie. I was probably watching like Bollywood hits, like on a
Oh, I
Saturday night.
the first time I ever watched this movie was last year.
Really?
Yeah. Oh yeah. My wife has showed me movies from the 80s and early 90s that are, good movies to watch, but this would never have been a movie that I would want to watch before,
Oh,
and she showed it to me.
well,
This week was the second time I've watched it.
okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I've watched a handful of times throughout the years since I started dating my husband. So, it's a classic for me. Him and I, we always watch it together. Um, we don't watch it with the kids, obviously, because there's stuff in it that's probably not too appropriate for them because they're still youngins. But I would say I'm gonna get to my popcorn paradise, and I know you're gonna have beef with me. And
Okay.
we'll see. Okay. So I truly believe that there is a laugh in every one of these scenes. There's a chuckle or a giggle in every one of these scenes that you
Okay.
see. Um, and the opening is pretty funny. The opening you see they're going to go get a Christmas tree and they're on the road. It's just a funny scene because there's this this hillbilly car behind them, kind of riding their tail. But then you see mountains in the background, and I was a little confused because I thought this was supposed to take place in Chicago or something. Because all the things that they're wearing are Chicago merch, like from various teams. So I just figured it was taking place in Chicago, but I saw mountains in the back, so I was a little confused. That was maybe I should leave that for popcorn prison because that was a little sketcheroo. Anyways, no, the beginning scene was funny. It makes me chuckle every time. I like that when Chevy Chase's family or the family comes to the house, uh, that Russ is the voice of reason for Clark. The son, the little son is always like the voice of reason for Clark. Also, I think this movie is like every worst case scenario at a family Christmas you can think of. Every scene in this movie is a worst case scenario.
You know, my popcorn paradise kind of fits in with that. So my popcorn paradise, I've won popcorn paradise for this movie. And it's not because I didn't like it.
Okay.
My one popcorn paradise is that this movie is super relatable. I can
Right.
relate to almost everything in this movie. One, if I was getting a big fat $50,000 Christmas bonus, I totally would be putting a swimming pool in my
Mhm.
on my property. Two, cousin Eddie is absolutely my wife's side of the family. Like totally. That is it's so completely relatable to me. Uh Three, I like my turkey dry. That turkey was pretty dry. Love it. Great. You know, everything is like in this movie is just super relatable to me.
Yeah.
The
Yeah, yeah.
Christmas lights. I would love to have a nice big display of Christmas lights up, but I feel like every time I try to do that, it's Christmas Vacation all over again.
Right. I want to talk about the staple. Okay, we'll get to that. There's definitely a lot of humorous moments in this movie, and I really like it because of that. It's a stupid movie. It's not supposed to be, you know, anything intellectual in this movie. It's just a fun holiday movie with a feel-good ending at the end, right? Um, that was another one of my popcorn paradise is that you can count on it to be a happy ending kind of thing. Everything gets resolved in the end. There's no like they're not trying to do anything fancy with it. The boss was a little bit of a D. He was not a nice man. You see Clark kind of not really like him at all and try and he illustrates clearly that he doesn't like his boss or doesn't respect his boss because of the decision he made about the bonuses. And but at the same time, he didn't want to really do anything about it. Like he could, he doesn't want to get fired, so he doesn't want to say anything. But you see Randy at the end, or Eddie, sorry, at the end, and he goes and captures the boss. So it
That's
was
wild.
it was so wild. And I just want to talk about Eddie. What a mess. Oh my God. When he's like emptying the poop down the sewage.
My brother-in-law. Like, that's my brother-in-law. Pick
Oh
one.
my
They're both the
God.
same.
Yeah, it was eye-opening. I was like, can you imagine? This brings me to, I'm gonna say, my popcorn prison, because I just want to say I felt really bad for Margot and Todd. When I watched this movie when I was a little younger, I used to think, oh, those guys are D-bags. Like, they're such holes that good, they get what they're coming to them. But then I watched it recently, like, they literally weren't doing anything. They were kind of just minding their business. And yeah, they're a little uppity, but they were having things happen to their house. Like, I don't blame them for being crusty. Yeah, I did feel bad for them.
My popcorn prison, I got two. One,
Okay.
the title of this movie, Christmas Vacation. Who's on vacation? Is it Eddie? Cousin Eddie must be the name of the show, because I don't understand how this is a Christmas vacation.
Right.
Right? Normally, if it's Christmas vacation,
Holiday.
going to New York City, leaving your kid at home by himself,
Yeah.
or you're going to Paris and you're leaving the kid home by himself. Like, that's what
Yeah, the name was a
vacation is,
little
right?
weird. Yeah.
My
Should have been
second,
like,
my second popcorn prison, they killed that damn cat. That is,
yeah.
ugh.
Well, actually,
Don't
that
kill.
was funny, because when that happened, my husband said to me, he's like, that would not fly today. That would
Yeah,
not
you don't kill a
be
cat.
okay.
Come on. Anyways,
It was
those are
the
my two
80s,
popcorn
right?
prisons.
Like, the insensitivity was high at that point.
Yeah, it's true.
Um, yeah, I mean, the popcorn prison too was like the lights. How you be stapling all those staples to your roof? You're gonna cause damage to your roof. All those staples, all those them holes. You're gonna have to replace the shingles stat like every year. Um, so I thought that was a little dumb. Also, there was a lot of Walmart plugs. I didn't even know it was a store at that point, but I guess in the States they must have had quite a few Walmart stores at that time. But yeah, I was surprised to see that, because they had a bunch of references to Walmart in this movie. Like, there was a scene where Eddie and Clark go to the grocery store, to Walmart, and he's picking up like all this dog food, and the biggest bag, it's like Walmart's brand, and it says Old Roy on it. It was interesting to see how much that was. Now, I did have a couple more popcorn paradise that I forgot to mention.
All right.
Eddie's little girl and Clark's relationship, I thought, was super cute. Like, she's she's explaining to him how they probably don't have presents or whatever, and is there Santa Claus, asking him all these questions. And he's being a really good uncle and trying to explain to her, and not be like, he's not a jerk to her, even though he doesn't like her dad. He's like super sweet with her and gives her a hug at the end of that. I thought that was pretty cute. I also liked how they used the advent calendar to illustrate what day they were on. I
Okay.
thought that was neat. I
Yeah.
haven't seen that really anywhere else except that movie. And yeah, the turkey scene was hilarious when they the around the dinner table, and they're all chaos is ensuing and the turkey is all dried up, like you mentioned before. So
Dry
those
turkey,
were,
love it. It's my favorite.
yeah. Really?
Oh yeah, give me that white dry meat, no problem. Love it. Eat it all.
Oh,
Yum
mm.
yum.
I said no. I need seasoning. I need moisture. I need.
Seasoning's good. I don't mind seasoning. Seasoning's great. I don't need it juicy. Just white and dry.
Okay. All right. I'm not saying anything on that one. Okay. Yeah. So that's all I had, Jeff.
What do you got for your popcorn rating then?
So for my popcorn reading, I am giving this a large because I
Large, okay.
enjoy this movie. I enjoy it every holiday. It's stupid, it's goofy, it's chaotic, it's a mess, but I still love it. So I'm giving it a large. It's worth a watch at Christmas time. Like I would never watch this movie any other time, but at Christmas time, it's one of the ones that I will put on.
Fair enough.
Yeah. How about you, Jeff?
I'm okay. I'm going to say this. At the beginning of us reviewing movies, 17 episodes, I felt I was very generous with my popcorn. I was giving
Mhm.
everything extra larges. And then I realized I was doing that and I had to adjust my internal ranking. I'm going to be a little hard on this movie. I'm giving it a small popcorn. It's, I,
Oh,
I didn't like, you know what, for me, I think a lot of people love this movie because of the nostalgia. They
mhm.
watched it when they were younger. It's an 80s movie. The 80s was apparently this great time for movies. And so people will watch this every year and it's nostalgia for them. It's great. It's funny. This movie was funny. There was funny scenes where it's like, okay, cool. But it's like old dad humor. And I don't know.
Yeah, but I like old dad
And
humor.
that's completely fine. That's cool. I'm not knocking. I'm not
I have
saying people
mom
can't
jokes,
like this movie.
Jeff. Like,
I'm not
you
saying,
know.
I got my fair share of dad jokes.
Yeah.
Um, it's the time and place.
Yeah.
Um,
Okay.
but no,
Challenge accepted.
I give it a small popcorn.
Okay.
It doesn't really tickle my fancy. It's a
Okay.
movie, watched it a couple times, don't see the big deal about it. There's tons of funnier movies out there that I would rather spend my time watching than this. My wife does not
Okay.
like that. My wife does not like that comment.
I mean, I'm with her on that one, but that's okay. That's okay, Jeff.
I'm not
Let
saying
it
though that I won't watch this anytime that she wants to watch it. I would. If she's like, "Hey,
right.
let's watch this movie," I'm like, "All right, I'll play on my
Right.
phone while you watch it."
Bum, bum. Okay. Fair enough.
All right.
Fair enough, guys. So Jeff is okay seeing this movie. He's not so into it. Me, on the other hand, I will watch this movie every year if it's on. It's on the TV. I'm watching it. I'm watching it with my husband. So I don't know. We're kind of like in the middle here. Do we tell people to go watch this movie?
Hey,
I mean, it's been out for a while. Go
I
watch this
will
movie.
tell anybody and everybody to go and watch any movie.
Okay.
Well, watch any movie once. Give it a
Yeah.
shot. You can't dislike it if you don't watch it.
Yeah.
So
That's right. That's right. And you might get a few chuckles from it. You
maybe.
don't know.
And come
Just
on, the Blackhawks, really? Please.
right.
Blackhawks were terrible in the 80s.
Oh yeah, they're hockey, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Very
Anyways,
good.
follow us on YouTube, follow us on Twitter, check us out on Spotify where our podcast is hosted. If you like what we're talking about, write a comment, tell us what you like. Remember, there's a challenge going on. Put your best mom jokes in the comments. See,
Oh no, wait. Okay,
yeah,
wait.
yeah,
Now
we
that
gotta
you've
see.
said that, I have to remind you guys that I have a mom joke again.
Okay,
So I need to tell that right now.
let's hear
Right?
it.
Okay. How much did Santa pay for his sleigh? Nothing. It was on the house. Bop bop. Oh, you chuckled at that one. I'll
That's
take it.
The medium popcorn with butter. That one. Yeah.
Okay. That
Yeah.
was higher than the other one.
Yeah. The other one was just medium popcorn. This one's with
Okay.
butter. So yeah, you're
I'll take it.
trending in the right direction.
I'm going in the right direction, am
If you
I?
like the
Okay,
mom
cool.
joke, like the video, just saying, do it. I dare
All
you.
right, guys. Thanks for watching, and we will see you guys next week as we review. What are we reviewing next week, Jeff?
How the Grinch Stole Christmas.
How the Grinch Stole Christmas, the Jim
The
Carrey
Jim Carrey
one.
version.
Yeah, so stay tuned. So Popcorn Patrol out, guys. Have a great week. Peace.